This is Saba Jordan here at Adwerx, joined by Jane on the other side here, who will be helping me answering questions today. So very excited to be here. Looks like we have about 57 people, 58 people. Numbers are going up, so we're going to give people another minute here before we get started. We are very, very excited, so we'll just give people another minute here to get going. And should be a fun ride, guys. Very excited to be with you all today. All right. Welcome, everyone. Very excited to be here. Very excited to be going over this amazing partnership between Adwerx and Harry Norman. As I mentioned, my name is Saba. I'm here joined by Jane. Before we get started, just wanted to let you all know that you are able to ask questions. We definitely encourage that throughout the presentation. If you see on the right, you're going to see a box that says questions. Feel free to type in questions throughout the presentation. Just so you know, a lot of your questions will be answered throughout the presentation. So if you want to give it a few slides before typing them in, feel free to do so. But Jane's going to be helping me here with the questions piece. So again, very, very excited to be here. We are Adwerx, and what we do is we help you make digital marketing, digital branding brilliantly simple. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I've been working with Luke and your leadership team for the past few months, helping us launch this partnership and making everything as seamless as possible. So I want to thank everybody on that team for helping us out. We've been doing this for a really long time here at Adwerx. We've been in the game of digital branding for over 8 years. And what we're going to be talking about today are a couple of very exciting services that Harry Norman is providing to you all. And that's going to be your automated listings and your automated agent retargeting ads. We're also going to talk a little bit about what's in it for you in a little more detail, how this is going to directly impact your business. We're also going to talk about what's coming up next year for a part 2 training at the end of this week. So really, why are we here today? Harry Norman is taking care of you guys. That's why we are here. They know that digital branding is essential. They know it's important, but they also know that you have a lot going on. And the last thing you want to do is learn about a new technology tool, right? Because there's so many of them and they are overwhelming. Every day there's something new that's going to impact your business, that's going to help you, that you have to sit down and figure out. Well, Harry Norman knows that. So they said, let's steer away from providing our agents with another tool and focus on providing them with an actual service. And that's what Adwerx is all about. We're talking about automation today. We know that your job is to build relationships, to stay in front of your potential clients, and you have a lot going on, right? So Harry Norman is providing you with this amazing service that's going to be actually working for you in the background, which means there's not much behavior on your end that has to change. So whatever you're doing right now, you just continue doing it. And you're going to be, you're going to look like a marketing expert, right, with what we're going to be talking about today. And this is all going to make sense here in the next few slides. But before we get into it, I just wanted to quickly get into specifically what's in it for you. So everything we do here at the enterprise level at Adwerx has to do with automation, right? again, we understand that you have a lot going on, and we don't want to overwhelm you with new tools and new things you have to figure it out. So the idea here is that you continue doing what you're doing, and these services are working on the background for you. How is that going to impact you? So number one, this is going to give you a competitive advantage. So when you are at a listing presentation and someone asks, hey, what are you going to do for me online? You're not going to have a generic answer. You're actually going to be empowered. You're going to have a very confident answer, right, to provide to that potential client. And we're actually going to talk about that in more detail today. So a competitive advantage is huge in today's market, right? Inventory is tight. It's all about winning that next listing. So you have to have something that's going to make you stand out. And that's what we're going to be talking about. We also know that sellers are very important. Are your sellers happy? How are you going to make your sellers happy? Well, with your automated listing ads, we're actually going to target the seller to see their own properties. And this is a big piece that makes Adwerx unique. Your sellers are actually going to see what you are providing to them. Okay, so this is a game changer. I mean, you can promise a lot of things to a seller, but if they don't see it, it doesn't really exist, right? So we're going to ensure that the seller sees their own properties. And what does that mean? That means they're going to show off. They're going to share that with their friends and family. And to you, that just means the highest quality referrals, right? Your name's going to get out there because of that seller targeting. We want to ensure that the seller is happy and understands exactly what you're providing. We're also going to talk about today some additional automated services that we're going to go over actually in more detail on our next training, which is on Friday, and details will be here on the final slide. So really highly encourage everybody to attend that. We're going to dive a little deeper into some additional resources that are available to you in the Adwerx Harry Norman portal. So let's get right into it, guys. These are the two items we're going to talk about today. Number one is automating your listing ad. Number two is going to be automating you as an agent. We know that these two pieces are very important, right? Your properties online, but you as an agent online is very, very important in today's competitive market. So for automated listing ads, what does this look like? Again, nothing you're currently doing needs to change. You're not changing any of your current behavior. I'm going to sound like a broken record, y'all, and I'm going to say that over and over because this is very important. The automated word gets thrown around a lot, right? We're talking about end-to-end automation. Your listing is going to be online. It's going to be targeting local prospects who've actually shown interest in real estate. The ad is going to run for 1 week. It's going to run for 7 days. And you're going to receive thousands of impressions. One thing I want to make really clear here, and this is another piece that makes Adwerx unique, is that not only is your listing ad going to have thousands of impressions online, we're going to show these ads only to individuals that have shown behavior highly associated with buying and selling real estate. And what do I mean by that? I mean, these are people that are actually been on real estate related websites. Maybe they went to Zillow. Maybe they went to a mortgage calculator website. Maybe they went to realtor.com. And then they went to their favorite gardening blog website. Or they like checking the New York Times. Boom, that's where they're going to see your listing ad. Why? Because they're actually in the market. These are people you want to be in front of, right? Being online, we can all agree, is very, very important. But most importantly is who is going to see these ads? Is it a 9-year-old playing Fortnite at midnight? Well, that's not going to help your business, right? But if it's someone that's actually shown interest in real estate, that's a game changer, right? When somebody sees that ad, sees your picture, maybe bumps into you at the supermarket and says, "You look familiar," right? That's going to make a big difference in terms of how they make their decisions and who they work with. So it's all about getting that property out, building that familiarity, get in front of the right audience. So another piece that we're going to dive into here in the next few slides is the seller targeting. And I mentioned that at the beginning, and this is going to be in a few slides because it is so important, right? When you tell the seller you're going to do something for them and they actually see it, that's going to be a game changer. So your automated listing ads, where are they going to be shown, right? Where are your impressions going to be online? So this is very important. We are not going to limit your impressions to social media only. Facebook, Instagram are very powerful resources. And that property is going to show up within those individuals' news feeds. So after they've visited those real estate related websites, they're going to be hanging out on Instagram, because we're all guilty, or on Facebook, right? After hours, in bed, or wherever they are, and boom, they're going to see that listing ad. Outside of social media, Adwerx is going to ensure that your ads are shown on premium websites, such as YouTube, the Washington Post, Yahoo, New York Times, you name it, as well as small, local gardening blogs. Wherever those individuals like browsing, right, we're going to ensure that the ad is there. So you can see here, this is an example of an ad on the New York Times, in this case, a premium website, right? So you're checking the news, you see that listing property. So really, really powerful stuff. We want to make sure that we are not limited to social media or websites. We want to make sure that we go across all platforms. Now, I love this piece right here, and I think you all are going to be really impressed by this. This is actually Kelsey. You could call her your digital marketing assistant. She's going to actually give you a short spiel here. I'm going to run this video for you guys that's going to talk about this program that I've been rambling on. She's going to break it down. And this is actually going to live within your portal, your Adwerx portal, where you will see your ads. You're also going to have access to this video. And this is a video you can share with a potential client. A really great way to show them, hey, this is what I'm actually going to do for you. So before I run the video, I just want to tell you all, I have partners all over the US and Canada. And I can tell you a handful of my partners have actually shared this video and won listings just by sharing this video. So I'm going to say, I highly encourage you to utilize this video, not only to get ideas on how you can present this automated listing piece, but just for Kelsey to kind of do it for you, right? This is a YouTube link that you can share and say, hey, if you work with me, this is kind of what I'm talking about. And she's going to break it down and help you win that listing and really explain in a very concise and direct way how you're going to be promoting that listing. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this for you all. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, Digital Marketing Specialist, and I'm here to talk to you about our online marketing strategy and how we plan to advertise and market your home. After listing your home with us, a custom digital advertisement will be created for your listing. This ad will be shown thousands of times to home buyers surrounding your property. Your home will be shown on Facebook and Instagram, as well as major websites like the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times on both desktop and in mobile apps. It will specifically target people looking at listings online, using online mortgage calculators, and researching moving companies. Just like Amazon might follow you around with that pair of shoes you were just looking at, we'll follow home buyers with your property, keeping your home in front of potential buyers wherever they go online. Finally, you'll receive a daily report showing how your home's ad is performing. You'll also receive a link to share on your social network, letting your friends and family help spread the word about your listing. Feel confident that your home is in the best hands online and off, and list your home with us. We will truly work for you to get your home sold.
All right. Awesome, right? This is what we're talking about. So again, highly encourage you all to utilize this video. She really breaks it down in a very straightforward and direct way. And one thing I haven't mentioned is that we're going to target individuals within a specific geographical radius of that property. So it's going to be a 15-mile radius around that particular property. So not only are we targeting those individuals that have shown that browsing behavior, but within that geography, right? So individuals that are actually in that area. So really, really powerful. On the one hand, you have the behavior. On the other hand, it's location based. So use that video. Very, very powerful. Again, look at her as your marketing assistant. She's there for you to help you win that next listing. Perfect. So what about the seller? We've been rambling on about the seller. And again, why? Because it's a very important piece of this automated listing service. So I want to paint you guys a real common scenario that you guys will see. So as I mentioned earlier, you now have a way to help you stand out in a competitive market. So if we think about winning a potential listing, say I'm an agent. I'm an average Joe agent that does not have Adwerx, okay? And the potential client asks, hey, Saba, what are you going to do to promote my home online? I'm probably going to say, hey, I got a Facebook page. I'll throw you on there. I'm working on my Instagram. I'll throw some pictures on there. I'll help you out, Pretty average, normal answer, right, to that question. Now I have Adwerx automation. And you ask me, hey, Saba, what are you going to do to promote my home online? Oh, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. Not only am I going to put a sign in front of your yard, I'm actually going to promote your ad thousands of times on premium websites all across the web, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, thousands of times per week. And beyond that, I'm going to send you reporting where you can actually see the number of views, the number of clicks, your social media interaction, and I challenge you to find another agent that can do that for you. Okay? So that's a really different answer. And then, that potential client goes, you know what? That sounds great. Let's do it. I want to work with you, Saba. Okay, great. Let's do it. Now, I'm the seller. Okay, 3 days went by. I'm not really thinking about my property anymore. I'm just drinking my coffee on a Sunday morning. I know Georgia Tech, played the day before. I got to check the score. Oh my gosh, no, they're out first round. I'm not excited. Not feeling great, thought they had a chance. But whoa, wait a minute. That's my house on ESPN. Honey, get over here. That is my house on ESPN. Saba told me he would show my home online. I did not expect this. This is awesome. And since I don't know how to take a screenshot of my computer, I'm going to pick up my phone and take a picture of my computer screen with my home on ESPN because this is amazing. And what am I going to do? I'm going to share this with my friends, with my family. Why? Because I want to show off. My house is online. I did not expect that. I knew I picked the right agent. I knew I picked the right firm. So this is what we call the magic moment. And we hear these stories, guys, all the time, right? The seller has that experience. They're going to give you that feedback. So now, as an agent, I'm hanging out on the Sunday morning. I'm trying to, get a little break. I'm also not excited about Georgia Tech, and I get a text from my client. And I'm like, whoa, what does he want now? I wonder what's going on. Next thing you know, they're saying, oh my God, Saba, you put my house on ESPN. I love this. This is awesome. And I'm going to be excited. I'm going to see that tangible piece of this amazing service. So it's a win-win for everyone. So really want to share that story because it's something you'll hear, right? Sellers love that. They love that experience. Why? Because you're following up on what you promised, right? When you tell them you're going to do something, they can actually see it. Right? It's an experience. It's a real experience. Sometimes it's hard to, make online branding, online marketing tangible. But when your sellers can actually be a part of it, That's going to make it unique. And you guys, again, will hear that on and on and on. Perfect. Great. So the seller experience. So the bottom line here is that sellers are going to want to show off to other potential clients, right? So they're going to go, hey, my neighbor, my friend, my family, check out what this Harry Norman agent did for me, right? Great. So our goal is to help agents turn prospects into customers and customers into lifelong clients. Perfect. So that was the automated listing piece, right? So again, nothing you have to do on your end. Your listings are going to automate, and we're going to go from there. Now, before we get into the listing presentation, these are some really powerful stats that I thought we would share with you all. The National Association of Realtors stats here show that it takes about 2 weeks for a seller to find that potential agent. Okay, it takes about 2 weeks. 70% of those sellers are going to use that first agent they call. So the question is, how are you going to be that agent? And here's where we're going to jump into the second piece of the presentation today, which is your agent retargeting ad. And I know that you guys are all shopping on Amazon. We're all guilty, right? We're not going to, we can't stay away from it. And they're really good at doing this, right? I can tell you my example is shoes. I love shoes. I'm shopping for shoes. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hold off on these shoes. 3 days later, I'm on Instagram. I'm scrolling down. Oh my gosh, same shoes I was looking at 3 days ago. What do? Guilty. I end up buying those shoes. So we're going to do the same thing for you. We're going to make you like Amazon. So you have that repetition, you have that exposure as an agent. This is going to be your agent-facing online digital billboard, right? We want to make sure that we're building that familiarity. All right, so what does that look like? Really straightforward. In this case, right, let's paint a real picture, a real scenario. Again, you met this potential client. They're not really sure they're going to work with you. Why? Because they've spoken to a few other agents and they still haven't made up their mind. You know, Saba, you look really good. You're cool. You seem like you have a strong marketing strategy, but let me think about it. I'm going to go home and check it out. Well, they're going to go home. They're going to look up all the other agents they talked to. They're going to end up on your agent profile page, right? And then they're going to go about their business. And a day later, they haven't made their mind up yet. They're going to be scrolling up and down Facebook, and boom, that's Saba again on Facebook. Okay, this agent was serious about their online branding. I did not expect that. Now they're following me everywhere I go. So what does this mean? This means that every time someone visits your agent profile page on your Harry Norman website, we will target them with that branded ad wherever they go. Again, said this earlier, I'm going to say it again. This doesn't mean we're limited to social media, okay? The ads are going to be shown across platforms. They're going to be shown on premium websites, on Instagram, right? But also all over the web. Great. So, good news is there's no information for you to memorize, no login information to get into your account. I know a lot of you have already been in there. You simply go to my H&R office and just look for Adwerx and you're in. Good news is we are doing a 7-day look back, which means if you've had any listings as of March 16th, between March 16th and today, those automated listings should be living within your account. right? So we're doing that 7-day look back for you all. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you see some listings, don't be surprised. We're doing this look back just as a launch to ensure that you already have some activity going on your agent portal. I just wanted to clarify here one thing we talked about earlier about the training coming up. So just to clarify, it looks like the training is actually going to be a repeat of this training. And then you guys will receive information in part 2 shortly, either internally from Luke and your leadership team or from Adwerx. But the training on Friday will be a repeat of part 1, which is what we covered today. All right. Now, what's included? I'm just going to tease you all to ensure that that part 2 is highly attended. Today, we talk about your listing ads, your agent retargeting ads, but there's a host of other really exciting automated pieces that are agent focused that we'll be covering. But before that, I really wanted to spend a minute here on what Adwerx is all about when it comes to support. So I know you guys have sat in a ton of trainings and you've tried to figure out a ton of new services and tools, and this all probably sounds really familiar, but I want to spend a minute here to let you all know we are a people company here. We take support very seriously, and there's a few levels to that support for you all as agents. Number 1, you're going to have your account manager. So each one of you actually has a designated account manager that's going to help you strategize, right? If you have any marketing that you want to do and you want to strategize, they're going to be your designated individual. If you have any technical issues, right, and there's things they're not working for you, you're trying to figure them out, anything, technical, anything support related, you're going to be able to reach out to support@adwerx.com. And I'm going to have that here in the last slide, so feel free to take that down. But they're going to be helping you at that level, right? When you need things fixed, you're trying to make tweaks. And of course, I know you guys have a solid internal support system as well. If you need anything, just reach out to Luke. I'm just kidding, guys. Do not reach out to Luke if you need anything. But we have a big support system on our end. And of course, my role here is going to be on the enterprise level. So anything related to feeds and automation, Luke and I and the leadership team will be in touch, of course, to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Couple of things here in terms of expectation. I know this is a lot of information. This is the first training. And, I've talked a lot, but I just want you all to know that part of that support means we're going to have trainings for you all very regularly. Ideally every 2 to 3 months, we'll have a training similar to this, but with different focuses and different topics. All of our trainings are going to help you become that online marketing expert. So we're going to be focusing on different topics throughout the year. We have a comprehensive, curriculum, if you will, to help you become a marketing expert. And we have a whole training team that's actually going to help you optimize everything that Harry Norman is offering you through this Adwerx partnership. So I highly encourage all of you to participate. You will not be disappointed. Our training team are superstars. They're going to get you excited. They're going to help you. They're going to give you everything you need to succeed. And we've put a lot of resources into that. So this is a big part of the partnership, right? Harry Norman is providing this amazing service. Your part is going to be being part of that trainings, and that participation is going to be key. Support, we already went over that, but we have to reiterate, we take that very seriously. This is not one of those things that we turn on and then we wash our hands and say, hey guys, good luck. See you all later, We're here for you, right? So we're going to support you. And that's why what we expect on your end is, of course, that open communication. If you need anything, let us know. We are here for you, and we're going to help you at all levels.